Hi, welcome to 30 Day Abs. I'm Tamara and this is day 6. We're going to continue our pattern of doing a little bit of curl-ups, a little bit of rotations, and a little bit of planking. Today I brought a ball. If you don't have a ball, you can use a pillow or a yoga block or nothing, so it'll work just fine without it. The point of holding a ball is if we hold that between our knees, then we're going to get a little extra inner thigh, which helps us get a little deeper pull into the pelvic floor and a nice, strong transverse abdominis. So whether or not you have a tool, we're going to lie down on the mat. If you have a ball, we're just going to put it right in between the knees like so. So we're snuggling it in gently. Hands come to your favorite position, and we're just going to start with a reverse curl, lifting our knees up toward the chest, and as you do, you're going to feel your lower back pushing to the floor and then returning to a little neutral. So there's just a little bit of kind of like a rocking horse action right there. So that's, I think, 5 of those. We're going to go up to 10. Exhaling as you pull that weight, the weight of your legs in towards your chest. Pulling your belly in real tight as you do that. Trying not to swing the legs, but we're just holding nice control throughout. That was probably about 10. So now I'm going to do 10 regular curl ups as well. Drawing my rib cage down toward my waistband, reaching long through the head, not pulling on the chest. And if you feel like you're pulling your head towards your chest, maybe try a different arm position and see if that works better for you. Exhaling as we lift and snuggling that belly button in towards your spine. And that was probably more than 10, but I'm going to call that 10 for you. Now we're going to alternate those for 30, so we're going to end up doing 15 each. So we're going to go reverse curl, set it down, regular curl, set it down. 2 and 2, I'm going up to 15. Curl and set, curl and set. If that's too much for you to do that knee in toward the chest, you can just do a pelvic tilt. Really, as long as you're breathing and squeezing your abdominals, you're going to do just fine. Work done is work done, and that's progress. If your muscles are working a little harder than they were, then they're going to get a little stronger than they were. Reverse curl, regular curl. And this is kind of nice because your head gets a rest, your neck gets a rest every other curl up. And because your legs weigh more than your head, most of us at least, that's going to be a little bit more weight that set of muscles in your abdomen is lifting. I think I've got 4 more of these. That should be 30 total, or 15 in each position. So you can stay with me and do random numbers. Random numbers that I think are the numbers I'm saying, or you can count if you really want to be particular. All right, now we're going to do our rotations. I'm going to put my hands out to the side right here so that you can see a little bit better, but you can keep your hands lower if that helps you feel a bit more stable. We're going to roll our legs over to one side. I've picked up this foot, and that leg relaxed down to the floor, and I'm going to drive in with my belly and push my lower back into the floor, taking a deep scoop here as I come up. So I'm going to roll to the other side, nice and slow. You don't want to flop on down there, and drive it back up. So if that's enough, stay there. And if you're not holding a ball, then that other leg might not even need to float up because your legs might be together. But if you want to make that a little bit harder, you can float your legs and then you can roll them over to the side, carefully pulling them back up. So I'm going to warn you against using momentum on that, right? You want to control down and you want to control back up. Inhale and exhale. Or if the other way feels better to you, you can do it that way. We're going to do 10 of these each side for a total of 20. And slower is going to be better. Now, if you have a lot of abdominal control, you can try this without using your hands for help. That's pretty tough. Maybe just put the elbows down and that helps you. So pick and choose. The work you do counts. You don't need to do it the way anybody else is doing it, as long as you're doing it safely. I'm going to do just one more. Very nice. And then I'm going to set that down. I'm going to get rid of the ball for now. And I'm going to turn myself over to get ready for a plank. So I'm going to come down to my elbows, but you know you can come to your hands if you want to. I'm going to come to my feet, but you know you could come to your knees anytime you need to. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tap the floor. I'm going to take a big reach out to the side, but you can just slap the mat if that works better for you. And please remember that a wider stance is going to be easier to support. So if your feet are closer together, that's more challenging. I'm going to open back out a little bit. I think that's 10. I'm going to do 10 more. We're shifting our weight, and we're trying to hold our stability while we're doing this. You can imagine that you're balancing a glass of champagne on your tailbone, or a cup of coffee if you like, and try not to spill it. So we're not waggling around here, but just holding nice and snug. I think that was probably more than 20. I'm going to come down to my knees, maybe take a little bit of recovery, a little stretch, and then we're going to call it a day. Good work today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.